Hey everybody, I'm Thyworm, and on this channel we bring you the latest modding news and mod reviews, with today 7 new mods for Vermintide 2. So consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. Let's get started. Up first is a mod that lets you experience the game solo. It's Me, Myself and I, True Solo by SkacikPL. After installation of this mod, start any level and you will be alone. There's no bots to help you out. Now, I'm not really an expert Vermintide 2 player, so this stuff gets me killed quite fast. But I'm sure there's many veteran players out there that find a purpose for a mod like this. All this does for me is let me die. I do appreciate the option that lets you trade your special power for an escape from an enemy that disables you, like a packmaster or an assassin. Still, it works only once and then I still die. The game up until this point lacked an overview of enemies and weapons and armor too. Fracticality aims to fix both. His first mod is Bestiary, already approved by Fatshark, which gives an overview of all enemies in game. And not only that, it adds some specific info regarding you and the enemies. For example, how often you killed this particular type of enemy, or how often you got killed by this particular type of enemy. There's all kinds of useful info here, for example the type of enemy, for Okri's challenges or specific achievements, how much health enemies have per difficulty, and some statistics that only apply to this enemy. For example, how often you stopped an assassin from killing you in mid-air. That kind of thing. There's also a die button, killing the enemy in the menu. Super useful. The other mod from Fracticality is the Armory, which contains a ton of information about weapons. First, this mod offers an overview per class. Then you can choose to show either melee or ranged weapons of this class. And then you can pick a weapon on the right panel and you'll get a good overview of the statistics of this weapon. There's different values for each weapon, if applicable, such as the attack speed, the damage and stagger, whether this weapon does armor damage or not, whether it does heavy armor damage or not, any special effects the weapon might have, such as burn, and the amount of stamina shield this weapon provides. I was looking around at the weapon Barding can use, and this mod gives a very decent overview of which weapon might be suitable, with some data to back it up, and you can always have a few swings at the training dummy outside to see how the weapon handles. More features will be added soon, such as the weapon and skin previews and in-depth attack details. There's been a mod or two available to spawn creatures, but not as elaborate as this one. This is the creature spawner by Aussiemon. It has a nice menu which lets you hotkey your options in the menu. So set those hotkeys for the creature spawner and then you can use, in my case, numpad 2 to cycle between them. In the chat panel you see which creature is selected, and by pressing numpad 1 you can spawn the creature. You can spawn them anywhere basically, both in levels but also in the keep. There's an option to enable the creature's AI in the keep, which worked fine for me, despite warnings of crashes. I had some fun fights with a boss or two and a few chaos warriors, because why not? You don't take any damage in the keep, by the way, nor will you die. I'm looking out for the mod that makes this happen. It could be fun actually. If it turns out you spawned a creature you can't actually kill, like I did, there's also a kill button that instantly removes all spawned creatures. I can see tons of applications of this mod. Spawn a horde of enemies in a level and create your own survival. Spawn bosses anywhere you like. It could be fun. Next mod is the one with the most original name of the bunch, that's for sure. This is Ego Feeder by SkacikPL. This mod is simple. It ties everyone's health to their size. So when you start doing damage to enemies, they become smaller. When you take damage, you become smaller. It's not the most practical mod ever because the creatures go down in size but their hitbox seems to remain the same. They're getting harder and harder to spot, but they're still hitting you for a ton of damage, making you smaller in the process. Now I'm playing a dwarf, so I'm already tiny, but once brought down to low health, I'm literally crawling on the floor. I had a fun time with this mod, although I don't see too many applications from this apart from having a laugh or two or creating some cool pictures. using photo mode. Another SkacikPL mod is traps, which puts traps on chests. It's configurable in the menu where you can see the percentage of trapped chests. And when you open a chest, it may or may not be trapped, like this. Just in case you found the game too easy or something. Moving on to the Loadout Manager. This is the type of mod that I really appreciate. Combine this with the Armory and you can really start min-maxing your characters and gear sets. Loadout Manager by Squatting Bear is exactly that, a loadout manager. First be aware that this mod requires simple UI or it won't work. Once installed, this mod provides you with 10 loadout slots, visible in the inventory menu. Click one of the loadouts and you have a few options. You can rename your loadout, so it's easily recognizable. You can save your current gear, talents and cosmetics to your renamed loadout. And then you repeat this process to create different loadouts. Now you can choose which section to load from a loadout. Just the gear, just the talents, just the cosmetics, or various combinations of these options. This gives you even more flexibility with the 10 available loadout slots. This is of course an awesome addition to the game, and with the variety of classes and amounts of gear, it's kind of a surprise that this isn't part of the vanilla game. But should a feature like this not currently be in development by Fatshark, this should surely get sanctioned and find a big group of people that can appreciate this work. It's a really great mod, this one. Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. There are 2 more videos available for you and I will see you soon with more Vermintide 2 content. Until next time, bye bye.